Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Horath and we are playing Stellaris with the newest DLC Utopia. We're playing with the Architect's Foundation on insane difficulty, we're going tall and we're gonna have no sectors whatsoever, and we're finally very close to our goal. We already got the battleship tech and now we also are working towards the deep space installation tech, and once we have that we will be able to go for the Voidborn perk and finally build orbital habitats. But not only that, since I've been saving those perks, I will actually be able to go for the master builders right away. And I think then we're also gonna go for the imperial prerogative. I think that's just the best in this scenario, just to use that free one to do something useful. I mean, we could theoretically go for the galactic force projection, get that 200 naval capacity buff. It's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful. It would help us a lot since we're a tall empire. I'm not sure if we want to go for it. I mean, I have to break away from my overlords, the Pokemon Kingdom over here, but they're actually not doing too well in their war against the Great Old Ones, which I'm happy about. Great Old Ones still have this system over here. There's actually not a fleet in there. I think their main fleet is in Relay or in Sirius. We just had a battle a while ago. Yeah, their fleets keep getting beaten up. We have our own fleet in this system. I've actually been looking into our other game, into the other Foundation game that I did, and we're doing way better in this game. I think the last save of the other one was 69, so 20 years into the future. And we already have nearly the same amount in research except for physics. We're doing way better in terms of tradition, unity and all that kind of stuff. We have the same amount of minerals. Energy credits could be a bit better, but all in all this game is going way better, even though we had the humiliation of being vassalized. We're gonna get rid of these guys at some point. I'm very much looking forward to the day when we'll be actually free from our alien overlords. But so far things are going exactly as planned. We are pushing forward, and now once we've done with that and we can start building the orbital habitats, our power creep is going to start. I'm very much looking forward to that. We're gonna settle all those 9 and 10 planet systems, and we're gonna start to churn out minerals and research like crazy. Looking forward to that. We also have to build up our fleet. Yeah, I said we would store minerals, but I want my fleet at the force limit so that theoretically I could hit these guys if they were to lose one of the really big battles. And we could just remove them. Where are you going? You're going over there. I think we're gonna send you over here first. Attack that one. And then we're gonna queue a second attack on this wormhole station. I want to remove the Great Old One stations out of my lands, because if they have stations over here, they're theoretically able to reach the forge. I think we'll actually go ahead and even destroy this one. And then once they're done doing that, we are going to send them back to the forge. Right, that's good. I think that's good. I've been changing some of the system names down here. I think there were not a lot left, but some were, to our naming convention. So the number in brackets is the amount of planets and stellar bodies in the system. If there's a plus sign, that means there's one habitable planet. So the first number shows the amount of possible habitats or building spaces, and the second the habitable planets. So 6 plus 1, we have 6 planetary bodies and 1 colonizable planet in there. That is always an additional planet, so it's actually 7 stellar bodies in there. That's the way that I'm counting that. Right, yeah, let's just continue. Things are going well. I'm happy. I would like our mineral income to be a little bit better. There's not too much that we can do right now to buff that anymore. Let's just have a look at First Stone. I'm planning to make this my corn chamber planet. Although I am going to go ahead and actually build a basic science lab on this one, because we're lagging behind in physics research. One thing that I would do differently actually in this game, since we're so heavy on the engineering trying to get those battleship techs, what I would do is I would actually start with lasers instead of kinetic weapons, because then we would have sort of an even research weight between our weapons and our engineering. Currently we're being held back in weapons tech because we're always trying to push for the Voidcraft. We're not really going for the weapons, which is, yeah, that's holding us down. Oh yeah, we got the combination of death, plasma accelerators, and disruptors. So that's pretty good. I think I'm actually gonna buy at least one battleship as a flagship for our fleet. I think we have to change the destroyers to be completely point defense, is what I'm thinking, because we don't have any on the big ships. It's gonna reduce our fighting power though, but I think we're gonna bring the battleships for that. So let's just throw another point defense on there, and then maybe some railguns actually. Railguns are fine. Plasma throwers are doing 2.14, these are doing 2.93. Yeah, actually, if they ever get that close, we might want to just use the plasma thrower. Right, does not have enough power. Yeah, obviously. Okay then, fusion power. Alright, and one more deflector shield. Yes, good, nice. Save it, it's done. So these are all point defense guys. I think I'm gonna have a fleet consisting mainly of battleships and these guys. I gotta say, I really love the avian ship designs. They look very birdy, but also very elegant in a way. I mean, these sleek lines and all that, I like it. Way better than the reptilian designs. I can't stand the reptilian designs. They're just clunky and chunky. It's not good. I don't like it. We're still building stuff on Foundation. We're building our planetary capital. Once that's done, we can actually go for the Ministry of Benevolence. That is something that we have. We also have the Galactic Stock Exchange. Archaeological project completed. Yeah, I've been going after the precursor stuff so that we can maybe find their homeworld, which is, I think, a destroyed Ringworld. That's going to help us get the mega engineering. So the archaeologists investigating the derelict Ute cruiser above Med Karash have transmitted their report. There are 2 large cryo chambers in the cruiser's midsection designed to house 1 Ute, each in suspended animation. Given the massive size of Ute individuals, this was apparently their standard crew complement on vessels of this size. No Ute remains were found anywhere on the ship, but the archaeologists managed to recover logs from a computer that monitored the life science and medical condition of the crew. It has provided valuable data on Ute physiology. We gain 1 Ute artifact and 150 engineering research, which I am very happy about. Engineering research helps us get the orbital habitats faster. We're researching at a pretty bad speed now because we lost our Voidcraft guy just before we went there. Oh, we have a field manipulation guy over here. Problem is that I'm at the leader cap, so yeah, I guess I have to research leader cap increases, but I'm currently busy with the tile blockers. Synthetic stone, I've been changing that to be an energy producing thing. It might actually be better to... Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We can change all these guys around. Ideally, my plan was to go for mineral producing planets and energy producing habitats, but oh well. You're not doing anything right now. Which means I got you to go after all those precursor events. Let's have a look. Where is it? What do we have? Asteroid dwelling and listening arrays. I have these tracked on the map. Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, there are the chilly planet and the asteroid dwelling in there. I'm just gonna send you in there to research the projects in the system. I think that's fine. I think we have 2 artifacts now. Yeah, we need 6, so we can get up to 4, and then we just have to hope that we find another 2. That would be good. I just don't want to end up in a situation where their homeworld is actually in an area that we can't reach, like over here or something. That would piss me off. But if we have orbital habitats, we'll actually be able to do a very interesting form of border pressure and border creep. If we build a habitat over here, I mean, first an outpost, then a habitat, that's going to give us more places, then build another habitat, that's going to give us more places and all that. And that way you can really encroach on an enemy without ever firing a shot, which is something that the game direly needs. I think I mean, in most games it's actually more of a nuisance than a good thing. If you have espionage, I actually would not mind having an espionage system in here, because as a pacifist I have very little ability to actually influence my neighbors apart from all-out war, which I can't do. So I would like a way to actually swing my weight around and all that. I think I'm gonna go ahead now and fill out the discovery traditions. Get that last thing, get our 10% research increase that we get from this, get another ascension perk, and then we're gonna go either for harmony or supremacy, I think. I want the border range, that would be pretty nice. I mean, I could just go for it now, bring those couple of planets down here into my borders. How's it looking over here? Have we already lost that system? Yeah, we did. Screw you, but we're gonna start building habitats over here. I think one of our first is gonna be in the Isius system. So we'll be able to push back over there quite significantly. If you have 9 habitats, that's 9 times 12, that's 90, that's 108 tiles. If you got that fully done, then you can push back a measly 20-sized planet. Easily. Absolutely easily. That's more than a Ringworld would give you. Which is why these 10-sized systems are so amazing. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Yes, research speed. It's good. It's gonna help us. Hopefully, we got a lot of points stored now, which I like to see. That's good. It's very good. Construction ships are not really doing much. I would like to build at least one battleship as a flagship.
Construction complete.
Okay, first synthetic stone is done on the surface. Yeah, let's upgrade this. We're always gonna need the Unity. And I can now also go for the energy grid, which is good. Let's go upgrade the things that are already been worked on. That's all fine and dandy then. Okay, and we get the ocean ecology management. Perfect. Yeah, I think I should go for this. Actually increase the amount of leaders that I have. Although that's also interesting. Reduces the ship upkeep of all the ships that you build, which is nice. Leader lifespan is good. Let's go for this. Let's go for this. Do we have... How are our factions doing? Yeah, these guys are still happy with us. We still have the dull edge, so I gotta knock out a couple of cheap techs.
System survey
soon-ish. Dissider system has been fully surveyed. Okay, that's fine. Surveys are moving forward. Right, there's still a bunch of research that we haven't done in here. That's a lot of stuff in that one little station. Holy cow. Do that. Give me that research. Okay, mass extinction. An unnatural shift in the atmosphere's chemical makeup resulted in the slow but irreversible onset of an ice age. One that began before the formation of the Architect's Foundation and is likely to persist long after our passing. The exact cause remains unknown, but probable explanations include failed terraforming attempts or even intraplanetary terrorism. Some of the more radical elements within the scientific community on Foundation suggest that the dramatic climate shift may have been brought on by the unchecked emission of gaseous industrial byproduct into the atmosphere. Nah, that's a myth. That's a myth. Global warming is a myth. That's not something that can actually happen. This view is confined to the scientific fringe. That was sarcasm, by the way. This view is confined to the scientific fringe, as it is unlikely that any race intelligent enough to achieve full industrialization would be stupid enough to accidentally wipe themselves out. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, right. You're gonna go for the asteroid dwelling now. I want more huge artifacts. I should also remove those alien vessels over there. I think they're mining drones or something. God damn it! There's another one of these buggers. Okay, they're attacking that station. I gotta send them in here then. I don't want to know where their construction ships are. It actually pisses me off that these guys are just appearing. Gotta keep a better lookout. What I would like, actually, for the game is something like in Distant Worlds where you have fleets and you can sort of give them the order to protect a certain region. For example, so you station them out of a system. I've encountered some form of alien vessel in the Asmore system. They've been flagged as war aliens. We want war. Where are they? I don't see them. Okay, maybe they just hopped in and then hopped out again. It's fine. Right, where was I? Distant Worlds, right. So Distant Worlds lets you lets you base fleets out of a certain system. Like for example, if I were to base them out of the Forge system and say defend this area, then they're just going to defend a certain radius around that system, and you can sort of tell them how big that radius is going to be. If they should just go for the system, so only internally, or if they're going to go for the sector or even the quadrant, and that way you can sort of build overlapping defense areas and secure your empire that way. I mean, that is because they do have this this nice civilian trade system and all that, so I think that is the reason why they can do that, because it does interlink with that system pretty well. And let's build the mining stations in this system. Well, yeah, I would like to see something like that for this game too. And we found the hegemony of Panaxala Prima. 40 influence, I take it. Hello. Another hegemonic imperialist civilization. Let's befriend. Oh, the wise overlord Valerian the First. Okay. Improve ourselves through the use of technology. I mean, we might agree on the materialism. We might agree on the materialism, my friend. They're down here. Yeah. What's that? Alpha aliens. Okay. That's something else. Yeah, that's these space amoebas. I guess that's fair. Let them exist. It's all right. Yeah, I could build a battleship now. I could build a battleship. We're spending 1,100 for 2,400 hull points and 600 for 1,600 hull points. I think cruisers might actually be the thing that gives us the more staying power than this. I don't know. We're done with the adaptive bureaucracy already? Man, that was quick. Okay. Oh, gaining another core system. That's nice. We don't really need them, but oh well. Although we're gonna need them soon enough. Unlocks the tile blockers. That's what I want, though. I just gotta knock out a couple of cheap techs. These guys, they really can't be researching that fast. They're not materialists or anything. I don't quite understand why a xenophobe would actually want a vessel. It doesn't make any sense. But oh well. Have it your way then. Let's build the battleship. Although it's gonna hold off on... It's gonna stop us from going for a habitat. We gained the computing expertise. Okay. Good for her. Yes, very nice. Yeah. Good. Perfect. I would have liked the Voidcraft expertise, but I mean, that's fine. Whatever expertise you have, we're gonna use you. Okay, we're done over here. What else could we do? I mean, this area of space has been pretty well developed. There's not a lot of stuff missing. There's some stuff missing in the Genam system. That's... Oh yeah, and that's already no longer in our space, so I'm gonna avoid building something in there. That's not a thing. Actually, I think I did build something in there. Or maybe not. Yeah, I think we're gonna send our construction ships down here. There's a lot of mining stations to be built in that area of space still. So let's just move down.
System survey complete.
And our fleet is fighting. I mean, they're just fighting a wormhole station.
Special project complete.
After investigating the U-dwelling on the asteroid, we have learned that it was the home of the famous philosopher hermit Yeklir. She was evidently a figure of some renown in their culture, and references to her have been found in several different Ute sources. Yeklir's remains were found by the dwelling's main airlock, where she perished waiting for a scheduled supply shuttle that never arrived. Interesting find. So again, one artifact, some society research, but the interesting fact is, I wonder why that supply shuttle never arrived. I mean, is that a criminal scene, or is that was that when the race went extinct? Is what I want to know.
Construction complete.
Okay, that thing is dead. Now, actually, let's go into the Hadranus system. Destroy that wormhole station. That'll sort of stop them from building stuff in my area of space. Got a construction ship that's not doing anything. I'll actually just knock out the building stations. For a Ringworld system, this is actually pretty rich. Wouldn't be the first thing that I would really want in a Ringworld system, actually. Because there's a lot coming out of this. Other systems that are doing worse that could take a Ringworld. Okay, science ship. We're gonna go for the last Ute thing. Go for the research projects. Look at the Ute listening array. See how that goes. So we're building our battleship. Yeah, I said I would store minerals and all that, but I need at least one battleship in my fleet. And our science officer is now paranoid. Perfect, perfect, absolutely perfect. Research speed, anomaly research speed. Yeah, you're gonna stay in your science ship then, dude. You're gonna do all the surveying. You're not gonna do anything else. That is unfortunate for him and for our empire as well. I mean, if you're alone out there in space, I can understand you getting paranoid. Actually, I understand.
Research complete.
We got plasma accelerators.
System
Perfect.
survey complete.
Perfect. Plasma accelerators are good. Get the shield generator again. Yeah, this is actually a really good idea. Because we're gonna have a lot of colonies pretty soon. I mean, Energy Nexus is also good. Power Plant 3 is pretty good. And we're actually lacking stuff. The thing is that the habitats don't really share those buildings, so... And we're gonna have a very small amount of energy buildings on our planets once we start specializing the habitats and the planets. I could just knock out the red lasers. It's not gonna give me any benefit though. No, we're gonna go for the self-aware colony ships for now at least. It's fine. It's fine. 40% progress. It's also fast because this guy has the computing expertise, which is good. And yeah, now that we got the plasma stuff, we actually have to upgrade our ships. Didn't I set you to auto-upgrade? Ah, yeah, right. It didn't because it would cause problems. Alright then. Let's go for this. Save it. You don't really have a plasma thing. You just have your space torpedoes, which is fine. Actually, did we... Yeah, swarm behavior. Combat speed. Yeah, it's just a flat buff. Okay, you don't need any changes. These guys need the better plasma, though. I mean, I could just get rid of one more disruptor. Go for the plasma instead, because, I mean, once the shields are down, these guys are also doing... I mean, they're still doing damage. They're just doing less shield damage. I think I will. I think we're gonna go a little bit heavier on the plasma. We need some energy, though, so... Let's remove you, and let's put on a fusion reactor. Okay, good. And then the battleship. Hello. Let's go for plasma almost. Yeah, I gotta pull you off if I wanna support that amount of weaponry. Come on, fusion reactor. Yeah, we need better energy. The good thing is that we have the enigmatic fortress inside our territory, so I think we can get pretty good stuff from there. At least that's my hope. Anything else is already fine. Weapons damage. Weapons damage. Yeah, okay. So save the Galactic Peacekeeper. This design is actually pretty good, and we should get the current best design from Foundation. We're also pretty close towards getting our fortress here.
Complete.
I just want one flagship for my fleet. It might not be the best idea, but oh well.
Research complete.
So we're attacking that wormhole station, then I'm just gonna send them back home. We're done with the dangerous wildlife removal. We get the chemical bliss again, which I actually honestly don't really care about. Let's go for the tile blocker over here. Just remove all the tile blockers. Are we actually at a point where we're... Yeah, we still have some growth potential. This guy's gonna be grown soon, then we only have one thing. I have to start removing those tile blockers. How's synthetic stone looking? Yeah, okay. Okay. Go for this. We're actually gonna have a lot of unity from that place as well. Looking fine. And I guess I have to build more synths. Well, there's still one growing, but after that, I gotta go for more synths. Alright. Alright, things are looking fine. We've got that construction ship over here. I think you're done in the Jumla system. There are no resources in that system? At all? It is surveyed. A 9-planet system with no resources. I've never seen that, actually. That's odd to me. That's really odd. I've got one engineering research station in there. Let's build the mining stations. We need more minerals and more energy. We need all the things. Question is, I mean, I could hold off on my battleship. Construction is necessary. Is the battleship really necessary? I mean, getting that habitat stuff started, it's going to take a pretty long time to actually build that kind of thing. I always put off building the fleet, and I get hurt for it, so yeah, we got that fortress thing. It's good. We take it. Kinetic weapon attack speed. Battleship assembly yards. Maybe that's a better idea. Go for the assembly yards. Yeah, why not? It's the last space tech that we have. I will go ahead and actually stop the Galactic Peacekeeper. And just try to get one of the habitats set up. Although, we need a flagship. We need some fighting power. Move these guys home. It's a lot of minerals. I think I'm going to stop it. And we're going to try to concentrate on building our first orbital habitat. But we are able to take our Voidborn perk now. Perfect. Hello, Voidborn. Yes, unlocks the habitat station. And what we also want is the Master Builders. Increases the megastructure build speed and reduces the cost, which is great. I mean, we could also go for the Flesh is weak. Just make our guys cyborgs for now. It does have some pretty beneficial things. And it must be rather cheap to go for that now that we are still a very small empire, I think. If I were to take one of you guys and build a mega structure in here. Yeah, we're lacking that, but we definitely need influence. We need influence from factions. Did we lose the dull edge? Did we lose the dull edge? We did not. We did not. What happened? Oh yeah, that's attack. Yeah, we're getting more influence from happy factions. That makes sense. We have 60% militarists actually. Only 7% of our pops are there. I actually have to sort of suppress them. I don't want a faction with them. Oh, actually, I have no way of doing that. If I were to embrace the materialist faction, we would actually shift to have to get fanatic materialist ethics. So, well, that's not something that I want because we would lose a bunch of our core sector systems. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go for the second one as well, the Master Builders. And I mean, the Flash is weak is actually a nice idea. Robot maintenance costs. We prepare a special project to enhance our citizens with cybernetic implants. It could be a thing. Galactic force projection is also very tempting though. It's very tempting because it is going to be a long time until we can really bring 200 naval capacity to the table. And this would allow us to sort of harness our power. The problem is that in the long run, 200 naval capacity, it's not a lot. At the end game point where you get that, you can have thousands of naval capacity. The thing is though, this gets the bonuses applied, so we'll get actually 220 out of this, and I think you can get, what, huge amount of bonuses, so it's actually very tempting to just go for galactic force projection and really buff up our fleet. We don't quite have the economical base to do that. And we're about to actually increase the amount of planets that we have quite significantly. I have to mull this over, but I'm actually tempted to just go for the galactic force projection. We have 2 free picks. If you have a look at the Ascension perk, so 2 picks are reserved for transforming our species in one form or fashion. 2 picks are reserved for megastructures and ringworlds. Then I have 2 free picks, so I could go with galactic force projection for one and imperial prerogative with the other one. I think it is actually quite nice for a tall empire to have that amount of force projection, because we're still small, but we could try to support a pretty big fleet, especially with our prosperity ideas. I'm liking the thought of this. I'm liking the idea of it, because the orbital habitats, they're gonna give us population, so how many people do we currently have? I think it's in Contacts, Architects Foundation. Yep, we have 32 people, which gives us 8. 8. We're not going to have any spaceports on our orbital habitats. That's the problem. So the spaceports are not going to buff our naval capacity very much, which makes the galactic force projection actually really, really tempting. Supremely tempting. I'm gonna think about it. But for now, I actually have to end the episode. But we're going towards the orbital habitats, and we should actually be able to build them way cheaper now. If I were to send you over here, start building one. Yeah, we're now only paying 3,750 and 75 influence, so it applies to the influence cost as well, which is pretty good. We gotta find a way to get more influence for our empire. I'm really happy that I now picked the influence civic. That's pretty great. Are there any that buff build speed? Mining guilds is tempting. We need that at some point. Building costs. I wonder if that is for everything. I should try that out. I'll check it in between episodes and tell you if the functional architecture actually does reduce the build cost for megastructures as well. But for now, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you didn't, tell me why in the comments so I can improve. And if you want to see more of the series in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. Finally, we're going to get some payoff. We'll be able to build orbital habitats in all of our space. I'm looking forward to it. For now though, thanks for watching. I hope you join me next time. Bye bye.